Hello, and welcome back to the Cozy CRT Corner. And I am going to be playing 3 Capcom games that were released on PC Engine. First, of course, needs no introduction, Street Fighter II Dash. This is the PC Engine version of Street Fighter Champion Edition. And one of the only games that I have, I don't have it on here, but how to get it complete in box. So it's actually the biggest HuCard ever made. The card actually is raised and sticks out. So the TurboGrafx-16 Engine looked like this. So 2 buttons and select and run. Didn't even have turbo sliders. The turbo sliders came later. This was localized in the PC Engine for the TurboGrafx right here. So this is a version of Street Fighter that we never got in the US. But the turbo pad looked like this, and they increased, for some reason, the size of the connector. So, I have a Core Graphics 2, which looks like this. So, they had to release the Avenue Pad 6. This is a controller made by NEC that supports 6 buttons. But this is going to come up later on when I'm talking about. So I'm gonna show off 3 games. First being Street Fighter II, and then Forgotten Worlds, and then finally Strider Hiryu, Strider. And so the Arcade Pad 6 is really, really comfortable, and so in order to play 2-player, since the PC Engine only had a port for 1, you had to get one of these. This was in the US. This was called the Turbo Tap, but it supports up to 5. But if you're going to play 2, you need one of these. Polymega made a really nice PC Engine style 6-button controller, which I'm going to be using. But for authenticity's sake, I got this one right here. Not to give a spoiler away, but Forgotten Worlds needed a 3-button controller, and it was bundled with it. But let's get into this. If you're going to play Street Fighter II without using the controller, or a 6-button controller, the 2-button style, it is an exercise in frustration. So you had to use 1 and 2 and start for 3 buttons, and then select to toggle between them. So you could, it was just absolutely ridiculous. So if you liked your friends and you like your PC Engine, you'd spring for additional controllers. But this is a really good version of the game. So it was actually developed by PC Avenue, which was the publishing. PC Engine is often maligned by saying that it has an 8-bit CPU, so it's not a real 16-bit system. Yes, that is true. It maintains compatibility with the Famicom/NES, but it actually had additional chips, more RAM, more advanced color processors, and so it was from a time when much development was actually hand coded into the running on assembly. So my big takeaway is when they developed a processor that was compatible with the Famicom, they did so by being incredibly developer friendly. And so Japanese development studios that got started on the Famicom could transition to make PC Engine games like overnight. And so the PC Engine got incredibly... So it was designed to compete with the Famicom, but its chief competition was the Super Famicom, because Nintendo wasn't going to let NEC walk away with 16-bit technology, and it ended up in the West being dominated by Sega. So Famicom came out, PC Engine came out, and then the Mega Drive came out in Japan and was not successful. And then Sega finally got a successful system when they brought the Genesis to the West. So the PC Engine got turned into TurboGrafx, and the Sega Genesis beat them by a week. And the Sega marketing was... they did a quite good job at launching the Genesis. And the poor NEC didn't stand a chance in the West. But the PC Engine was a huge success in Japan. It was, for some times, it outsold the Famicom before the Super Famicom, and it is well thought of by Japanese retro video game collectors and those of you in the know. So there are more Sega Genesis fans and Super Nintendo fans, but NEC TurboGrafx/PC Engine. Come on! Oh. I should have threw a fireball on that. But this is a very, very competent, good. So it was developed by NEC, published by NEC, but under close supervision by Capcom. So Capcom actually oversaw the PC Engine localization of this, and that's one of the reasons why this game is absolutely so good. So, it's a little bit more widescreen presentation than other versions. The TurboGrafx and PC Engine can actually throw more colors on the screen. And so the PC Engine version is more colorful than this game on Sega Genesis hardware, of course. But then, like, you know, the Super Nintendo was basically could surpass both. But the PC Engine can do pretty much anything that they wanted for color depth. So you even got the sort of the perspective warping down here, the background animation. They moved the score up here, but still, this is pretty... it actually sort of reminds me of Final Fight with the aspect ratio. PC, it plays great. It's got all the timing and all of the staggering that's involved when... so it plays just beautifully. And it's got the blood. Of course, since it was it stayed in Japan. And M. Bison is the boxer. Guile's theme goes with everything. So I'm playing at default speed. I think that they have. Shoot. So that looks pretty darn good. So, if you had to buy a TurboTap and additional controllers, Street Fighter 2 is the game. Probably what happened is, like, Japanese kids, if you got PC Engine, everyone probably brought their own fight pad, six-button fight pad to the PC Engine party. Or once you got two, you know. But, and they bundled the 6-button controller, I think, with later CD-ROM revisions. So the weird thing is Hudson handled the software side of things. It was a collaboration between Hudson and NEC, which was an electronics maker. But Hudson made most of their money publishing software. And NEC, so NEC Avenue was sort of a made software venture to publish and coordinate first-party development for the PC Engine. But NEC made a bulk of their money selling hardware. So they made several revisions to the PC Engine, some of which are more logical than others. Like the PC Engine Shuttle, which is a cute sort of kids. It actually looks like a it looks like a toy. It's great. It has like fins and oh, that is, look at that. I was trying to be honorable. I should have cheesed him. Okay. We both have one victory. Whew. No, I'm having such a good time. I'm going to go and turn off the alarm and see how far I can go. China. He is choking the chicken. So, Capcom is having, and McDonald's is having a really amazing Street Fighter 2 themed burger promotion in Japan. And they've got some really adorable and wacky Street Fighter 2 artwork. Which is phenomenal that it's like culturally relevant so many decades on, but Street Fighter 2 kicks ass, and everybody is going to acknowledge that. I did not have much of a lead. All right, we'll do this. Oh, Fierce Punch Chun-Li. See if I can... Oh, I regret nothing. Chun-Li jumps and just sort of shut her down. Probably saying, okay, Zangief. So he's moderately impressive. On the actual arcade version, Zangief's manhood was a little overrepresented in all of the home ports. His girth was, or his size, the sprite was changed to be a little less intimidating. Yeah. And that guy's totally drinking vodka. I should find out, like, what does that say in Russian? Yeah, that's right. I'm playing footsie. Oh, crud. Played it safe there. So, I'm assuming that you did not grow up in Japan, and seeing this version of the game is new to you, but I often wondered, like, what would be different if okay, weird thing about the Polymega controller is sometimes start button or the run button gets oh man. Yeah, see, I'm hitting all three buttons to try and break that, and it's registering a pause. Oh, come on. Okay, so he won fair and square, but getting to M. Bison, the boxer. Okay. I want to redeem myself. Again, I was doing triple presses on the punches. Fine. Okay. One. Let's go. So this isn't the Street Fighter that we had at home. This is a freaking good version of the game. And on that note, now is a great time to switch to a different game. Ooh, interesting. I think that's like a soft reset. All right. So the other games. So it would be great if I could show you Super Graphics, 1941, and Dai Makamura. It, as I said on the last one, it doesn't work on a CRT TV, but it works via HDMI. So Super CD-ROM. So Forgotten Worlds. I hit the switch from 2-button configuration or 6-button configuration to 2. So CD-ROM was a big success for NEC. Forgotten Worlds had a knob controller, and you could rotate around using the knob controller and shoot in any direction, and the game was great. So when it came to this, NEC commissioned a version of Forgotten Worlds, and they included a normal pad, but also the Avenue pad. Now, the Avenue pad 3 had 3 buttons. You could use 1 to shoot and then 2 to rotate. And the confounding thing is Sega licensed Forgotten Worlds and made a great version of it on the Genesis Mega Drive. So you can do Forgotten Worlds with 2 buttons, but for some reason, they wanted you to use the 3-button controller, which I don't have. But you do get cutscenes, voiced cutscenes in Japanese. So select is pause, and the run button is rotate counterclockwise, and the 1 button. And so I'm playing sort of like claw style, and it is strange. So I would have greatly preferred. So I'm okay with having auto shot, because you're basically holding down the rotation button and shooting all the time. But yeah, select and run or start never should be used in an action game when you could be using so yeah, it's just weird that they would require you to sort of hold claw style, and again, I'd like to rotate up, but it's weird to hit. So I really, really wish that it would be the button 2. It would totally make logical sense, but you cannot, or be able to remap the buttons. But nope, not this version of the game. They did not. They wanted you to buy a new controller, and this version, was they had a bundle with it. Also, loading times, because it's CD-ROM. Not terribly long. I mean, that's forgivable. I'm fighting the garbage orifice. All right, bonus Zenny. Again, just the fact that I have to hit run is just weird. But, you know, so the TurboGrafx, or the PC Engine, received several upgrades in the form of the CD-ROM drive, which then itself received upgrades in the form of RAM expansion. See, I do not have enough for that. So the RAM expansion allowed them to do more stuff, throw more sprites on screen, and reduced loading. And it's impressive that this is like single-speed CD-ROM. I think single-speed CD-ROM. Yeah, I got the armor. So you're probably used to seeing the Sega Genesis version, the Mega Drive version of this game. And was on Capcom. I mean, it's on their various arcade releases. I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy versions that have an analog stick. Another way to do it, if you got more than 4 buttons to point in the various directions. But this is sort of like before the concept of the twin stick shooter. I'm not gonna say that's not true. So Robotron was a quintessential 2-stick shooter and sort of started. Those are little phallic looking tube snake creatures. More loading times. Guess there's a boss coming up. Yep. It's the dragon with the poor dragon. He's obviously having a bad day and needs some wound care. So he's barfing peons. Shoot. Do I get to continue there? Please tell me I do. Okay. You continue at the start of the level, which is a great time to switch games. So, Strider fell into those awesome Capcom games. Oh, I guess they also made Buster Brothers. Let's see. So, let me go through the TurboGrafx library. No Capcom games. This is the US library. Nope. The cool Capcom games stayed in Japan. So on the HuCards, 1943 Kai which was an expanded edition of 1943. It works on both the default PC Engine and the SuperGrafx. So the SuperGrafx was sort of a expanded PC Engine, but the the CD-ROM drive got an even better upgrade by the memory expansion. So by Konami, you got Detonai Twinbee. They also had a great version of Parodius. Gradius, great game by Konami. Kiki Kai Kai, great game by Taito. PC Genjin, you got your Bonks. Parodius Da, incredible version. Let's see, and a pretty lackluster version of Ninja Gaiden. But there's Street Fighter 2 and Strip Fighter 2. You know what? Since I got the 6-button controller, let me whip out some Strip Fighter 2. It's not that sick. I mean, it is. Let's see. Ooh. She looks punkish. Martha versus Medusa. Oh, wow. Okay. Does she walk? Or let's see, is this 2 buttons? Yeah, this is a 2-button game. I think. Anyway, and then what you let me get to what I actually promised. So the Super System CD-ROM, so I guess the only Capcom game that we got in the US was Buster Bros on the CD. They also got Cheeky Cheeky Boys, which also came out on the Genesis. And great version of Double Dragon. Forgotten Worlds. Believe it or not, so they actually got an arcade card, which, so there was the regular card, the super CD card, and then the arcade card, and that allowed for really expanded games like Garu Densetsu, and this game right here, Ginga Fukusei Densetsu Sapphire, which is an amazing shooter. They got a cruddy version of Golden Axe. But Strider is known as Strider Hiryu in Japan. So I'll stop talking about the PC Engine library, but it is extensive and full of really great games that mostly were not known in the West. So Strider. Put my control pad into the 2-button configuration. Sign of all good things. So, NEC Avenue, that is the software developer and publisher. So the arcade card allowed them to do... So 2042, which is not that long in the future. So you got the Grand Master, Papa Palpatine right there. He's even got his little Death Star. Who oppose him? The ninjas, the Striders. Ooh, look how well animated that is. So, made by Capcom in 1989. The NEC version came out in 1994. They actually had an extra stage, which is a little short and disappointing. I'm just going to go normal. Oh my god. Animated cutscenes, because they can. Do you need an animated cutscene? Because, like, you know, you find out about the... So they added animated cutscenes to tell the story. And you don't really need to tell the story of Strider. Strider is a badass, and he takes his glider to come on in, and that's right. And there he is. Music is Redbook Audio. It sounds great. Not sure. This version is hard as balls. Perhaps I should have, And despite the additional RAM, I think these slow-moving bullets are actually harder. Animated cutscene where there wasn't one before. Yeah, listen to that rockin' sound. Shoot. Rockin' soundtrack is what I was saying. Again, those slow-moving bullets are harder because they just sort of linger around. The music in the Genesis version is amazing. So the CD audio is good, but there should have been a music change right there. Gorbachev? speaking Japanese. And with the TurboGrafx, the PC Engine, it can do more colors on screen than the Genesis, but the choice of colors is a little muddy. So this game, they spent the effort in the wrong place. I just think that they could have made the colors pop more. Bringing on that. Oh, not the flying battleship Balrog. He will live, Strider Hiryu. You will never leave Eurasia alive. I got you. Sorry, that's sort of the... Again, the wolves should be... The colors are not as impressive as... Oh, shoot. Again, this is... I don't know, it just feels weird. Or it could just be, like... I don't know, I'm... Come on. Also, that should not be a long fight. So, I'm actually going to say that the best version of Strider was the PlayStation version that was included with Strider 2. So Capcom made a... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, Sega made a amazing version of Strider. Oh, am I gonna talk to this guy? Come on, get on the screen so I can introduce you to my blade. When you were flying around, I was studying the blade. Okay. I'm gonna run very, very fast. Gotta go fast. And not hit the button at the right time. Okay, gotta go fast and hit the button at the right time. Ugh. Yes. And back to the beginning. Oh, come on! I totally slid into that. So this should not be like a real fight. It should be just, you know, this is where Strider just sails through it and shows you being just how awesome you are. Is it talkie time? I turned on Turbo. Come on, screen. Come on, this. Please come on, screen. Oh. Okay. Son of. Thank God. Merciful Baruch Hashem. I feel bad slaughtering the wolves. Oh, I don't, because they can respawn. So, weird thing is Strider did come out for the Mega Drive in Japan, but Mega Drive, no one bought it except for hardcore gamer nerds. So the Genesis, it's sort of weird. So the perception of the Mega Drive in Japan was like a hardcore system for hardcore like gamers, but it wasn't that popular. The Genesis, very, very popular for everybody, and the TurboGrafx obscure game system that, oh, come on. Are we gonna talk? Oh, come on, come on. The Chinese acrobat dancers with their blade kicks. Just executed the pilot. Sorry about that. And then I take the blimp airship to the flying battleship. Take this, Lin Minmei. You don't intimidate me with your giant Danish. Whoo, look at that. So the awesome thing is, if you know the Sega version by rote memory, you will be rewarded with, let's see, shouldn't there be like a panda right there? Climbing on the outside of the ship. All right. No, I do not want to go there. I'm wasting my invincibility. The hubris. Every time I start getting braggy about how good I am at this game, I screw up. Ah! The Evercade has an arcade-perfect version of this game. Okay, I need to jump as soon as I can because apparently, the timing is different from the Sega version. The steam catapult, and now here we got the gravity control tunnel. Oh no, the ground is the ceiling and the ceiling is the ground. Again, slow-moving bullets. Okay, that's a great place to quit because I do not want to play that from beginning. Thank you very much for checking out the relaxing retro Cozy CRT Corner. And, you know, this allows me to have something to show you while I'm working on a really, really long, complicated video about CRT TVs. And can't wait to get that to you. And this version, I'm using a different piece of software to run my phone camera. So hopefully I'll be able to keep this in sync better. Well, anyway, this is 8-Bit Joystick. Stay awesome. Play retro.